Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. Um, basically, I decided to take a bit of a sabbatical. I had planned to do a lot of videos during the last lockdown here in the UK. Unfortunately, after the first couple of videos are posted, I lost a bit of motivation basically. And of course, I went back to work at the end of March with the store I work at reopening in mid-April. Um, so just haven't had time to get any content. So basically, future of the channel. Um, this week I have the week off, so I'm going to hopefully try and record some stuff to be posted over the coming weeks. And then I have 2 weeks off in August. I'll try and get a bunch more content. Unfortunately, I was originally set to go on holiday in August. That will not be happening, hence why I want to try and make some time for content. So as for what is coming up on this channel, this video and the next one that we posted will be a two-part update video, just basically showing off a lot of stuff that I've been picking up over the last few months. And then later in the week I'll be upcoming rather. I'm going to try and maybe show off my pop vinyl collection in a video. Maybe do a shelf by shelf of my DVD collection. I've got a lot of ideas running through the head, so you will be seeing them, as I said, within the next couple of weeks. I'll be recording them. I'm recording some content today as I'm recording this. Possibly tomorrow, maybe Thursday. I do have plans on going out to doing a bit of hunting on Wednesday, as I have to get the haircut. So I'll try and do a bit of hunting then. Any content, anything to pick up, I'll record a video for that, and that'll be coming up on the channel over the next period. But for now, it's a start the first part of a two-part collection update. I did pick up quite a fair bit over the last few months, hence why I'm going to have to split it into two parts. So for the first part, I am going to show off all my physical media, and then the second part, which will be uploaded tomorrow, that'll be all the media related stuff for like basically figures, comics, that sort of stuff. But for now, let's get on with the movie pickups. I have broken them down into where and when I picked them up. So for the first three titles, I picked these up in a local store in my city centre. Brilliant little store. They sell a lot of box sets really cheap. Sell a lot of catalogue titles cheap. Arrow titles, 4Ks. Basically a lot really good stuff for really cheap. I picked up three titles from there, and I think these all come to around £4 in total, which is an absolute steal. The first title is an animated film. It was put out by Manga, but it's not actually an anime title. It is My Entire High School Sinking into the Sea. And it was the artwork alone that sold me on this, because it just looks really funky, almost a hand-drawn style, or rather basic hand-drawn style. And it's got a good cast list of voice actors: Jason Schwartzman, Lena Dunham, Reggie Watts, Maya Rudolph, and the great Susan Sarandon. From what I can see by the synopsis, it's basically sort of comedy set in a school. It's a basic blend of your disaster movies, teen dramas, and blockbusters. It does come with some special features. A bunch of short films by Dash Shaw. The Art of My Entire High School Sinking into the Sea, a theatrical trailer, and a making of. So looking forward to checking that one out. The next title is a bit of a blind buy, but I do like the lead actor in this. This is one of his early films. It is So I Married an Axe Murderer, starring Mike Myers rather. It's basically like a horror comedy. Mike Myers plays a coffeehouse poet who has had a string of bad luck with women. Dated a kleptomaniac, a mafia doll, a lady who smelled like soup, and then he falls for a girl played by Nancy Travis, who turns out to be a bit of a psycho. Never seen this before, so don't know too much about it, but I do like Mike Myers comedies. I'm a big Austin Powers fan. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. It's a bit of a bare bones disc. It only comes with a theatrical trailer as a special feature, but this is just £1, and for £1 it's worth picking up. And the last title, which will actually link into something from my other items haul, is a DC animated movie. It's something I do love, is the DC animated ones. This is one of the Lego DC animated movies. It is Batman Family Matters. It's basically Batman and the whole Bat family teamed up to stop the Red Hood, who is bringing together the Dark Knight's Rogues Gallery. It features the voice work of two Batman animated regulars in Troy Baker, who does a lot of these Lego movies, and Will Friedle, of course, better known as Eric Matthews in Boy Meets World, but he also played Batman Beyond in that animated series. Doesn't look like it comes with any special features, but haven't really gone into this content just yet. But this was the deluxe edition, which come with some Lego, and I will explain and show you what that Lego item is in the next video. So keeping with the theme of Batman, that brings me on to a couple of titles I got from HMV. And the first title is another DC animated film, and this was one that I was really looking forward to seeing when it was announced. It's a very the somewhat interesting turn for these DC animated films. It's an interactive movie based on a legendary Batman story. It is Death in the Family. If you don't know the history of the story this is based on, basically back in the day, DC ran a poll in the comics asking fans to vote on the fate of the Jason Todd version of Robin, and the fans effectively voted for Jason Todd to be killed off in the Death in the Family story. So what this basically is, it takes that idea and turns it into an interactive movie where you can actually change the course of the film. It sounds really interesting. I believe it only runs for around 45 minutes. I believe that's what it was. I haven't really read too much on the runtime, but it also comes with 4 additional DC animated shorts: Sergeant Rock, Adam Strange, The Phantom Stranger, and Death. So this is one that I'm really excited to sit down and watch. The other title from HMV, this one may end up being a bit of a pointless buy because I just recently got the streaming service that I could see a lot of this content on, but it is something that I grew up on. As I've explained many times on this channel, I am a big wrestling fan. And this was only cheap. This is about around $7.99. It is WWE Dawn of the Attitude, and what it basically is a compilation of a mini documentary and a compilation of matches and moments from the year 1997, which is somewhat seen as the start of the infamous Attitude Era in WWE. It's a 3-disc set. This one has the documentary. Doesn't really say what the runtime of the documentary is, but as far as match content, it's got stuff like Psycho Sid against Shawn Michaels from the Royal Rumble, the European Championship final between Owen Hart and the British Bulldog, the WrestleMania 13 submission match between Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Try and pop these discs out to read a bit more of the content. The flag match between the Hart Foundation and Stone Cold Steve Austin, Dude Love and The Undertaker. And the infamous Montreal Screwjob between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels from Survivor Series. As I said, I just recently got the WWE Network back after a long time because it was on offer at the moment. 99p per month for 3 months. Thought it was worth getting just for the next couple of months. But still, to have a lot of this content on one set, it was a bit of a no-brainer. If I do decide to give her up, I can always just throw it for sale and probably get close to, if not money back on it. So that was for HMV. The next title is from Amazon. This was part of mass order. The other 3 items will be in the next video, but this one was on my wish list for a long time. It stars 3 of my all-time favourite horror actors, so couldn't really pass up on a good deal. That is Scream and Scream Again. And it stars Vincent Price, Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. And this is basically it's about police are called to investigate a series of brutal murders. A pathologist played by Christopher Matthews performs a post-mortem and reveals that the victims were all drained of their blood, giving it a sort of vampire vibe. But it turns out the pathologist stumbles on the mansion of the Dr. Brown, played by Vincent Price. And it turned out he has a workshop for creating superhumans out of the limbs of victims. And then it gives away the ending for some reason, but I'm not too fussed about that. I do love me some horror. I do love anyone Vincent Price, Christopher Lee or Peter Cushing, so to have the 3 of them together in the one film is always a delight. So that is one that I'll be looking forward to seeing. The next 2 titles, these were charity shop pickups. The first one was from British Heart Foundation. This is a title I've wanted in the collection for years. I always not so much miss out on it, just don't plump the money down for it, basically, especially not brand new. And every time I see it second hand, it's always a bit scratched up. But this is in decent condition. It was just £1 from British Heart Foundation. It's the Ultimate Director's Cut of the Warriors. I do love this film. I've only ever actually seen it twice, but I do love this. It's basically a gang movie. Um, it's just a really fun movie. 5 special features on this go. There's an introduction by director Walter Hill, 4 featurettes called The Beginning, Battlegrounds, The Way Home and The Phenomenon, and a theatrical trailer. So very happy to have this in the collection. And the other charity shop I got, this was from a pop-up store run by the charity arm of one of the local teams in my region, Tranmere Rovers. And this is another classic that I have had in the collection before and got rid of it. I will be looking to maybe upgrade this to 4K eventually, but for now I have it on DVD just to put in the collection. There's the 2-disc special edition release of Blade Runner, the Final Cut version. This is what they determine the Final Cut that Ridley Scott released in 2007, which is digitally restored and remastered, incorporating new footage and never before seen special effects. Also contains the soundtrack remastered in Dolby Digital 5.1, an introduction by Ridley Scott himself, and 3 commentaries, including one by Scott himself, with a second disc having a definitive documentary called Dangerous Days Making Blade Runner, which incorporates outtakes, deleted scenes, and all new interviews. And this is seen as a classic these days. Back in the day, it wasn't so much. Its cult has definitely grown on this. Stars Harrison Ford. It was filmed around the time in between the original Star Wars trilogy, which I believe Return of the Jedi came out the year after this. So finally glad to have that in the collection, and I will most likely keep it in the collection. So the final bunch of pickups all come from eBay. The first 2 of these were here a while ago. I just haven't been able to show them off. The first one on Blu-ray is a bit of a blind buy. Don't know too much about that, but it is called The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. It stars Don Knotts. It's a ghost comedy. Looks like being a bit of a fun film. It was only cheap, so I thought I'd pick that one up. It is a Universal film, but it's a bit of a bare bones disc. The next title, another bare bones this time on DVD. This was released by 101 Films, and I've heard how cheesy these films are. But again, it was a dead cheap deal. Couldn't pass up on it. Is the 1990 version of Captain America. This was There were attempts to do Captain America in the 70s. I think you can get them films as well on DVD. But this is the version from 1992, put out by MGM, starring Matt Salinger, Randy Cox, Ned Beatty, Danny McGavin, Michael Nouri, and Melinda Dillon, and Scott Pauling as the Red Skull. I mean, let's get close up there. Compare that to what the Red Skull looked like in the MCU, and you can see why this was a low budget attempt. But it's basically it's Cap's origin story. As I said, I've heard it's cheesy, but I do love me some comic book films, so definitely looking forward to watching that. And the last three titles for this video are my most recent pickups. These all came from eBay last week. The first title is another Blind Buy. Never really heard of this film, don't really know too much about it, but the fact that the now long departed magazine Loaded declared it a cross between Shaun of the Dead and Bad Taste is enough of itself for me, as Undead. This was put out by Anchor Bay. It's from 2003, I believe, and it's basically a horror comedy in the vein of Night of the Living Dead, The Evil Dead, films like that, which I'm good with. I love a good zombie film. It's pretty stacked as far as special features go. Stereo 2.0, optional 5.1 DTS, subtitles for the hard of hearing, direct audio commentary with writer, producer, directors Michael Spierig, Peter Spierig, Andrew Strahone, and special makeup effects artist Stephen Boyle. Cast audio commentary with Mungo Mackay, Dick Hunter, and Emma Randall. Making of the Zombies Internet featurette of the film screening at the Toronto Film Festival. Camera and makeup tests, homemade dolly construction video, animatic to film comparison, deleted scenes, internet teaser trailer, full theatrical trailer, production notes and stills, artwork and design sketches, and cast and crew biographies. So that'll be another one to add for my month of horror in October. The next title is another anime film to the collection. I'd say another Studio Ghibli film for the collection. I have seen this film when it was on Netflix. Really enjoyed it. Saw it for dirt cheap on eBay. Had to bid on it. Is Howl's Moving Castle. Excuse me. This is a really fun fun film about a young hat maker called Sophie, who is whisked away by handsome yet mysterious wizard named Howl, and she gets turned into a 90-year-old woman. It's actually based on a British book by author Diana Wynne Jones, and it's best watched in its original Japanese form. But if you want to watch it in the English dub, it has an amazing cast on the voice actors. Gene Simmons, not that Gene Simmons, Christian Bale, aka Batman, Lauren Bacall, legend of the screen, Blythe Danner, Emily Mortimer, Josh Hutcherson, and the comedy legend that is Billy Crystal. It's a 2-disc set. Disc 1, the only special feature on it is alternate angle storyboards. Where on disc 2 you get an interview with Diana Wynne Jones, an interview with Pixar's Peter Docter, who's behind Monsters Inc. A featurette on Hayao Miyazaki's visit to the Pixar studios, an explanation of the CG featurette, Japanese trailers and TV spots, a theatrical trailer, and a trailer reel for the Studio Ghibli collection. And then the last title, this is something that I have been wanting for a good 5-6 years now, as I've never ever been able to get this for a decent price. Anytime I've seen it on eBay, I've always been outbid on it. But finally managed to get it for cheap. It is Two Falls to Finish, 60 years of British pro wrestling, and this is an in-depth documentary. 59-minute documentary. Looking at the history of wrestling in Britain, going back to the days of it being at fun fairs and places like that, to World of Sport, which was then axed in 1988, to the current era of British wrestling. I don't know if it goes too much into the rise of the likes of ICW, PCW, Progress, companies like that, or there's a stack name list of interviewees: Marty Jones, Danny Boy Collins, Brian Dixon, Hulk Hogan for some reason, which would be interesting to look at, Robbie Brookside, who's currently one of the head trainers in NXT, Doug Williams, Alex Shane, Zack Sabre Jr., currently one of the top stars in Japan, Marty Scurll, many more. And it also comes with over 40 minutes of bonus content, which I'm guessing is more interviews. But I'm so happy that I've got this documentary in the collection. that is it. It's just ticked over the 35-minute mark. That is every movie I've picked up over the last few months. Let me know in the comments down below if you've seen any of these pickups, what you thought of them. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and as I said, this is only part 1. Join me in part 2 tomorrow, when there'll be some fun toys, comics, basically everything else that I've picked up over the last few months. So for now, I've been the Blue Geek. This has been the Blue Geek Reviews, and I will talk to you later.